The fight, over 10 3-minute rounds, is a major stepping stone for Brooke on his way to a crack at a Commonwealth title. Johnny Summerhays comes over here with an impressive record. He's rated 7th in the Commonwealth after going the distance with 3 world champions, Aaron Pryor, Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Claude Noel. So why did trainer Jack Rennie and his team pick Summerhays?
Well, he's an international boxer with a very big reputation, and he's fought the best in the world, including 3 world champions. Now, a lot of people are going to say he might be too hot for Graeme, but Graeme hasn't lost a fight in 14. It's time he stepped up into the big league, and this is going to be his big fight.
Well, it is a giant step, and so important for him to win this. If he should lose, how far does it put him back?
It'll be a big setback, but we don't look at that. We're positive thinkers here, and we believe he'll win, and we'll take it as it comes if he doesn't.
How's his preparation been, Jack, physically and also his confidence?
Very good, Sandy. He's had a lot of hard training for this fight, a lot of good sparring. He's coming off a win. He's only won a fight a couple of weeks ago and a knockout. So all in all, everything's going well.
Brooke will have probably his toughest fight when he meets Canadian Johnny Summerhays over 10 rounds at the Melbourne Town Hall. Of 14 fights in the pro ranks, 19-year-old Graeme Brooke has won the lot, and trainer Jack Rennie has decided that it's time for Brooke to step up in class. His opponent tomorrow night, Johnny Summerhays, is a former Canadian lightweight champion with a vigorous style, and who's gone the distance with 3 world champions, Aaron Pryor, Claude Noel and Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Of 58 fights, Summerhays has won 38, lost 18 and drawn 2. Today, the Victorian champion worked lightly at Jack Rennie's Essendon gym in preparation for probably his toughest assignment yet.
Been doing a lot of hard training, a lot of running for it, a lot of hard sparring. I'm just starting to feel good.
What are you looking forward to in this fight? Do you think he's going to be a hard opponent?
I'm expecting a little tough fight and expecting to walk up all the time. I do a lot of boxing. It's going to be a hard fight, but I'm confident.
Trainer Jack Rennie.
It's going to be a big test for him. He's stepping up into the top class of boxing and meeting a fighter that's been in with world champions. And I think it'll prove just what we think, that Graeme is a great fighter.
Brooke has taken all before him in his professional career, but in tonight's fight, he is stepping up into a new class.
Canadian Johnny Summerhays weighed in today 1 kilo over the 9.9 limit and subsequently was fined $100. Summerhays, at 32, has had 67 fights, but his claim to fame is having gone the distance with 3 world champions, Aaron Pryor, Ray Mancini and Claude Noel, the man who defeated Barry Michael. Summerhays is confident and says he hasn't come all the way to Australia to lose.
If you don't have confidence, you're not gonna succeed in whatever you do. But I know that Graeme's a very good fighter, and I'll be in there doing my very best, that's for sure.
Brooke, who weighed in at 9.8 kilos, continues to improve with every fight, and he is looking to keep his unbeaten record intact. He's shown that during his short career of 14 pro fights that he is capable of being a big puncher, and many a reputation has been shattered by the Victorian lightweight champion with the big left hand. Eddie Maguire, Eyewitness Sport.
Fighters weighed in at Jack Rennie's Essendon Stadium early this afternoon. Summerhays at 61.68 kilograms and Brooke at 60.78 kgs. Tonight's fight is a critical one for both. The Brooke camp will use it as a measuring stick to gauge their young champion's ability, while Johnny Summerhays, although 32 years old, is still keen to get a crack at the Commonwealth title.
I haven't seen Graeme fight. I imagine with his record and the type of fights or fighters that he's fought, or with the recognition that he has, I can imagine that I'll be in for a very tough fight. He's certainly, they're not going to bring me all this way across the world to fight somebody that's only going to last a round or two or something like that. So I'm expecting a very tough fight from Graeme.
You're a very popular young man, but I'm afraid to tell you that crowd tonight is going to be well and truly behind G. Brooke.
Well, I've fought 68 pro fights, and 2 of them have been in my hometown, so I'm getting used to it.
19-year-old Brooke won every round in what was probably the best display of his career. And here are final moments of the fight.
was Brooke's impressive points win over Canadian Johnny Summerhays at the Melbourne Town Hall last night. 31-year-old Johnny Summerhays gave Brooke the toughest test he's faced in his 15 professional fights. Summerhays has gone the distance with 3 world champions, Aaron Pryor, Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Claude Noel. Brooke's trump card was his devastating speed with the left hand, which throughout the 10 rounds of boxing proved to be the difference between the two fighters. Trainer Jack Rennie was suitably impressed with Brooke's performance after carefully nurturing him through his short but successful ring career.
Going through with flying colours, Tony. Graeme learned a lot tonight.
Brooke's tally of victories now stands at 15, and his win tonight reinforces his claim as Australia's most promising young fighter. Nick McCallum was at ringside.
For Graeme Brooke in the dark green shorts, this was the first bout against a tough, experienced fighter. Johnny Summerhays is 32 and has some 20 years in boxing and 1 Canadian lightweight title behind him. In the early rounds tonight, he is cunning and experienced troubled Brooke, who's Lionel Rose's cousin and who's considered by veteran trainer Jack Rennie as his best prospect since Rose won the world bantamweight title in 1968. But by the 8th round, Brooke's superior speed started to show through. The last round was clearly his best, and the decision was never really in doubt. Jack Rennie described tonight's fight as a great stepping stone for Brooke, but added he would need a few more fights before taking on Barry Michael for the Australian lightweight title.
Graeme Brooke moved closer to a match with Australian title holder Barry Michael in winning his 15th fight on end against Canada's Johnny Summerhays on Wednesday night at the Melbourne Town Hall. The bout was considered to be one of Brooke's toughest to date, as his trainer Jack Rennie gradually moves Brooke up through the classes.
19-year-old Graeme Brooke in the dark trunks took control of the fight from the first round. Summerhays, competing in his 68th professional fight, showed the tenacity and experience that was expected of him. But Brooke was equal to the occasion and showed the crowd why he's recognised as the greatest prospect in Australian boxing. It was in the 7th round that Summerhays started to show signs of tiring, when Brooke upset the Canadian with a head combination. Summerhays was able to stay on his feet until the end of the scheduled 10 rounds, but the result was never in doubt. Graeme Brooke won on points, and now has given a clear warning to national lightweight champion Barry Michael.